What's going on, guys? Duelim here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Spider Society, and we're going to be showing gameplay in Skill 2.3, Nodes 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to show you how big the team I have is built. I'm also going to show you what T4s that I believe are essential, but we're going to see how well this team does, so if you're ready, let's get into it. Coming into node number 1, you'll see we've got the Spider Society team here. I do have Raider on Spider B Parker, Noir, and Ghost Spider, and then I have Striker on Penny and Spider-Man Pav. You'll see the team is 1.7 million, so they are all level 95, all G18. The 3 new characters are going to be 5 yellow and 5 red, and then the 2 reworks are going to be the 7/7, obviously. No diamonds here, no level 100 here. I really want to stress test this team and see how well they can really do at lower investment, because this team doesn't look like it's going to be anything outside of a raid team, but that remains to be seen, obviously. But from my initial testing, I don't think they're going to be a raid team, but let's see how well they do in this node. So we'll start off with the Noir ult. Then we are going to do the Spider-Man Pav ult here onto the same target, and hopefully that doesn't actually kill him, because, oh, it did. We kind of wanted him to be able to spread off of Ghost Spider there, but we could do it off of Valkyrie here. So we'll get the spread, and you'll see it spreads all those negative effects everywhere. So it puts those offense downs, those slows, everything like that. You'll see the ultimate here gives that disrupted for 2 turns, clears all negative effects, gives immunity as well to all Spider Society allies. So we will ult here. It actually does really good damage, so you see it hitting for 1 million each hit, which is pretty good. But these nodes are definitely nothing to be trifled with, that's for sure, because these nodes are pretty rough. We are going to hit the ultimate once again here with Penny, and this should put a stun on Archangel, which it does. It also does really good damage. You'll see I got the trauma out there on most characters that got hit. Korg did resist it, but I'm kind of used to that, honestly. Korg also had defense up. Next up, we want to make sure we work on the Iron Man Cap World War IIs on the corner, because they could be pretty annoying for sure. So we want to make sure they have slows, and they're not going to be taking turns. So I got a slow on the one on the back right corner. Now I'm going to go for a slow on the one on the back left corner here, once I get off of this taunt from Korg. We are going to special here. And something to note about the special from Gwen, as of right now, it needs to crit to apply the ability block. That's actually getting changed. So the devs have listened to our feedback, and we kind of told them it didn't feel good to have block negate the effects of a crit. So her special is now it is unblockable, so it will always crit and always apply that ability block. And the same thing with the ultimate, so you don't have to worry about the taunt not getting ripped off on the boss node from the Absorbing Man. Also, things not applying because of block. So we made sure that was a point of contention that we spoke with them about, because we thought it was really, really crappy that Spider-Gwen was just nowhere near as good as she could be, Ghost Spider here, because of those issues. But you'll see we're ripping through the first node here. It is a little time consuming. We're 3 minutes into this, but it's easily getting through this. And the best part about this team is we don't have to worry about cooldowns ever, because they get so much energy on spawn. They all start with full energy, so we never have to worry about that, which is great. I am going to put a basic here, and then I'm going to special here. But as you can see here, this node gets wiped pretty quickly, honestly. You see the Gwen does put out those blinds and the bleed when they have a slow, and also it's an offense down, I believe. So that's a nice effect. But we're getting here pretty easily. Obviously, Penny is a striker as well, putting extra deflex out, giving extra energy. And then Pav is also a striker. He's putting out way more damage with the striker, as well as he's putting extra speed ups on allies. And if everybody has speed up, then he just increases the speed bar by 5%. So that's node 1. Let's get into node number 2 and see what we can do. Coming into node number 2, you see we have a full health team, and we know they're full energy because we have the good old passives, T4, to make sure that they spawn with full energy. So it makes it super, super easy. So there's no issues whatsoever about getting full energy at all. so you can always let it rip and do full auto. Auto sim is probably going to work way better with this team. As you can see here, this is node 2. So node 2 is a little bit rougher than the other nodes, but I'm curious to see how this is going to work. I'm going to put an ult over here. So we get some disrupts, we get some stuff landing, and then I'm going to put an ultimate on Rogue here. I want to make sure I'm going to get a striker attack with Spider-Man Pav here, which I absolutely will, which is great. And then we got a bunch of negative effects from the Rogue here, so I'm going to spread off the Rogue, and then this is going to spread to everybody. And you can see this is doing pretty decent so far. You'll see I'm getting way ahead on everybody here. Kang is going to take a turn. He's going to hit his special, and it's going to do some pretty decent damage, put out some slows, but it's nothing too crazy. I'm going to start working on the Noir here because I don't want Noir to take a boatload of turns because it can definitely get hairy when he takes a lot of turns. You'll see the counterattack finished him off there. Next up, we're going to go for the Silver Surfer. So we're going to start working on here because that Silver Surfer does a lot of damage. Obviously, Taskmaster is another issue. But my goal here is looking at who has the highest turn meter. I see Firestar's got some pretty high turn meter as well. So I'm going to make sure we get a stun on her. You'll see this animation from Penny coming out. You'll see the stun did not land. That is a little bit of an issue that I have seen with this team sometimes. So you'll see I did not get the stun there on her. But I know I have dodges right now, so I know the Silver Surfer ult is going to be dodged. So I'm going to put some damage on the Firestar, make sure she dies. They're actually all bleeding out. I'm going to get a special on the Kang here. So the striker attack hits him, and then it's going to bounce around in this clump here, put some slows out there. And then I'm going to get a ability block here on Cloak. It dodged, which obviously is RNG. Happens. Let's see. Let's get a special here. That's going to hit everybody. I don't really have to worry about the rest of this node here. Obviously, Kang is a little bit of an issue, but everything... I have dodge up, so I'm not really worried about anything too much. But I will make sure Shang-Chi gets stunned, so I don't have to worry about that. And just is dead. Never mind. I'm going to hit the striker attack here onto Dagger to get some more damage. This is going to be dodged by everybody. I also have immunity, so no issues there whatsoever. And you'll see when Penny counterattacks, she also gives energy as well, which is really nice. I'm going to basic here. She's a goner. And then I'm going to start working on Polaris because Cloak not only has a blind, but he also has way less turn meter. And then node 2 gets absolutely wiped really, really effectively. It'll be interesting to see what we could do on the boss node with this team. But as of right now, remember, this is all level 95, gear tier 18. So no level 100 here, but it's going pretty well. So let's see what we can do in the boss node. Coming into the boss node, we've got the exact same team, same ISO, same placement, same power. I have tried this once before, and I did have a death from Peter B. Parker. So the issue I'm seeing that is going to end up getting fixed by Scopely based on our feedback is going to be Ghost Spider taking off that taunt from Absorbing Man with the ultimate. It's getting blocked, which is making it harder for that to happen. Actually, impossible for that to happen because it's getting blocked. So they're going to make the special and the ultimate from Ghost Spider unavoidable to make sure none of that happens. You'll see I did get a lot of good damage on this Absorbing Man over on the corner here, and he does still have taunt, which is great. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to use my ultimate on him here, and then he's going to spread a bunch of stuff everywhere. And this is already going better than my last attempt. You'll see the Absorbing Man on the front right did block the hit from Ghost Spider, so he does still have the taunt. So that's a little bit of an issue, which is going to get fixed based off of feedback we gave to Scopely. So that's nice. So that won't happen anymore. It's going to keep happening now on the test server, but once it's live, that will be fixed, which is really nice. So we're going to have to keep hitting into this Absorbing Man for a while to get back to where we need to. We are going to hit, the ult here, and we're going to keep doing some damage, put out that trauma that gets resisted a decent amount, but not terribly. And we're going to just keep doing damage to this Absorbing Man and hope that he drops that taunt sooner rather than later, because hitting into him over and over again is definitely not the goal here. Hit the special with Noir. This should start getting him pretty low. You see that Psylocke is down, so that's one of the cleansers down. Squirrel Girl is already dead. I think she might have died to like primary and adjacent damage. We're going to get the special here to spread around and get more a striker attack with Pav, which gives more speed up to my team, or it gives 5% speed bar to my team if everybody has speed up already. But you'll see those Spider-Man big times do massive damage. They just almost one-shot my Spider-Man Pav there. Phyla-Vell does get to special, but everybody that's alive does have trauma still, which is great. I am going to use the special on Spider-Man big time here. I don't want him doing anything. He's rather annoying. I don't know where the cooldowns are at for Thor Infinity War, but I hope they're not anywhere near ready, because that would be pretty unfortunate. There's just a lot of damage dealers here, so I'm actually going to get a stun on him. Really funny animation. The baby comes and kicks him in the shin, by the way. I actually really like that animation. It's really funny. Or the child comes and kicks him in the shin. I'm going to get an ult here. Make sure this Black Bolt starts taking some damage, because I don't want anybody to get low and then Black Bolt burps them dead. That would be really bad. You see these Spider-Man big time are doing a lot of damage right now. Okay, Black Bolt is a goner, which is great. Let's get a basic here. Put a slow there. Okay, what else we got? Let's get a basic here. Okay, so no cooldowns right now. We got the second wave dropping, so I'm going to special on Absorb Men. That should hit Phyla-Vell, put more damage. Awesome. We should be close to getting another ultimate somewhere here. No, just basicing right now. But this will give some energy because of the Penny striker attack and getting that extra energy. Not having the Black Bolt there as a threat to one-shot me is really nice. I'm going to make sure this feeds into a striker attack, so I'm going to ult on the Thor and get that striker attack to make sure we've got a bunch of speed up staying out there. Pav also does a lot of damage, and he's the fastest character on this team by far, which is really nice. Looks like a timeout issue might be a thing here. Let's spread this slow and bleeds and see if we can pull this out here. But the team is definitely very, very resilient. That's for sure. They are very resilient. So I'm going to get an ult on Big Time Spider-Man here. Hopefully it gets a stun. It doesn't look like it landed, but we did get trauma everywhere. And we have the safeguards. So even if they do some bad things, it's not really going to matter, looks like, which is nice. But we are cruising through this node. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's a little bit of a timeout issue, but if I'm able to do this at 5 red, 5 yellow for the new characters and only level 95, I can absolutely swing putting level 100 on these characters to make sure that I'm getting this done and don't have the headache that is skill anymore. So this is going really well, honestly. You know, 10 seconds left. I'm clearly in control of this node 100%. Like, there's no chance that I won't be finishing this node whatsoever. I did talk through all of my attacks, so that's probably why I timed out. But honestly, a pretty good showing for them. Level 95, gear tier 18, 5-5 on the new characters, and then once again, the reworks are going to be 7-7, level 95 G18 as well. So the team did pretty well. I'm actually pretty impressed that they worked at level 95. I know absolutely at level 100, they're going to be nuts, and they're going to absolutely cruise through this. So it's great that we have a skill raid section solution now, but that only leaves the one question next. What is on the horizon that's going to be really rough for Mystic, which is our next oldest team? But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope it was informative. Until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, y'all.